Morning folks. Well, today's the day. I'm doing my training today. First day, practical training. I'm pretty nervous, I have to admit. I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I'm excited, and I am looking forward to it, you know. I mean, I think the thing that's really kind of in my mind is the fact that I've been waiting for this for a long time, and not just because of the pandemic. You know, I've wanted to do this for a couple of years before the pandemic as well, so it's been a long time. I had to wait, find the right time to do it, and of course, like you say, coronavirus hasn't really helped matters for everybody, but this is it, you know. This is the week. If I pass my test on Friday, I'm fully qualified. I done my Mod 4 a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it's come around pretty quick. I have to say it has come around pretty fast. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just on my way to the test centre. I'm on my way to the training school now, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. I haven't yet found out if I can record yet, which is why I'm doing this bit now, because I don't know who my trainer is. So I guess I'm going to find out very shortly. If I can record something, obviously I will. My plan is to put the camera at the back of the cab so that we can see both how I control things and make a mess of everything, and also the road as well, and hopefully we'll get the mirrors in. Depends on you know, perspective and whatnot, but I'll try and show as much as I can. I still need to get a tripod. I wanted to get a tripod for the reversing manoeuvre so that you guys could see you know, how it's done from a couple of different angles. I do have, I think, both the head strap and the chest strap with me. I don't know what I prefer the most, to be honest, but yeah, maybe we'll do some of that. I don't know, but like you say, it's all down to my my trainer. You know, if they don't want to be heard or seen on camera, then obviously it's a no-go. So it's up to them. But hopefully we can. If not, then I'm really sorry. I'll do my best to tell you all about it when I get out. But yeah, I'll do another video and catch up with you guys in a little while. See you in a bit. Hi folks, welcome back. I'm on my way home now. I've just done my first day of training. Oh, where do I start? Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. That's the first thing. I did okay. I mean, I'm still alive. And my trainer said that I did pretty good. I didn't do any sort of massively serious mistakes. Obviously we made mistakes, but yeah, generally things went quite well. I'm actually in a Scania, and it's a semi-automatic, which means it's got a clutch. You only use a clutch to stop and start. Other than that, it's fully automatic. But unfortunately, the clutch on that is really high. So it's nothing, and then it bites, and then all of a sudden you're gone. So getting used to that is going to take a little bit of time. The biggest problem we're having is I'm finding that when I'm coming up to a junction or a roundabout and I see an opportunity and I want to go, but I can't because I'm like still fighting with the clutch a little bit. So yeah, I've got to try and nail that down pretty quick, otherwise I'm going to get, you know, points down on the test for hesitation and not making good progress. So need to work on that. Need to make sure I keep checking my mirrors, and obviously that kind of ties into when I'm asked to pull at the side of the road and then move off again. I mean, I did it fine, you know, a number of times. I mean, we pulled over probably 6 or 7 times, both on flat ground and on a hill. And you know, sometimes I do it perfectly fine. Other times, you know, it's just, you know, they're not quick. I mean, we all know that. You know, they're big, heavy vehicles, and they don't tend to go very quick when you want them to. Not like cars. So when you see a gap, you need to take it. And if I'm still fighting that clutch and whatnot, then obviously that's gonna trip me up, and that's gonna be my fault. So I need to make sure that that's sorted out. Positioning is okay. I think that I need to make sure that I look like position myself correctly when I go around corners, and specifically at tight corners and, you know, junctions, things like that. I've got to remember that, you know, the truck I'm driving is an 18-tonner, so it's not like your big trucks or anything like that, but it's still 11 meters long and it's still 2.5 meters wide. So, you know, I've got to get used to all that. But like I say, you know, my instructor, he said that I was, you know, I did okay. It was a pretty good first day. One thing I am chuffed about is we did the reverse manoeuvre 3 times and I didn't mess up once, so that was good. And when we came back to the test centre, back to the yard, at the end of the day, I put it back where we drove it out from, which is I mean, it's not really tight, but it's pretty tight. So yeah, I was quite chuffed that it seems I can go better backwards and forwards. At the moment, anyway. So yeah, but no, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I am struggling with the masks though, I have to say. I can't hear my instructor give me instructions. Sometimes I got it wrong. You know, he'd say, you know, the next junction turn right, and I'd go turn left. It's just, you know, there's a lot to think about when you think you've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mirrors to check, plus your blind spot, whilst working out where your foot is doing on the clutch, make sure you're in gear, and do the handbrake. So, I mean, it'll all come, you know, I'll learn to do it naturally. I won't even, you know, my brain will learn to do it by itself. So, you know, I just got to make sure that I do things in order properly. You know, check all my mirrors, bring the clutch up, check the blind spot, handbrake, off I go. So yeah, we've got to work on a few bits and bobs, but generally speaking, yeah, it was a good day. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was awesome. You know, the reverse manoeuvre is pretty straightforward. The thing to remember is on the reverse manoeuvre, if you've got, in fact, this is the one time the clutch is good. If you've got a semi-automatic and you're doing the reverse manoeuvre, you're actually in a better position than you are with somebody in a fully automatic, because, well, I'm assuming anyway that in a fully automatic you whack it reverse, take off the handbrake, and you want to go somewhere, you have to press an accelerator. And of course different lorries react differently, so, you know, they're more sensitive on some trucks than others, I don't know. But with a clutch you can control how much, you know, how quickly you want to go. With a reversing manoeuvre, I basically did it completely on the clutch. So, and thankfully the lorry had a reversing camera as well, so that was a bit of a bonus. I said to the guy, I said, that's almost like cheating. I said, but I'm glad it's there. And he said, well, why is it cheating? He said, almost every truck now has got a reversing camera, and most cars have as well. And you know, to some degree, he's right. You know, there are plenty of vehicles out there that don't have reversing cameras. I mean, this ain't got one. This is too old. But yeah, that camera's a godsend. But yeah, reverse manoeuvre is dead easy, you know. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to record. Yeah, the guy who owns the company apparently had a think about it, and he doesn't want me to record. So, fortunately, I can't show you guys any of the driving lesson or the reverse manoeuvre, which is a real shame. I'd wish he just said no from the start, because I got my hopes up. But it is what it is, you know. And I'll do like a video at the end of each day, and maybe cobble them together in one video. I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. But no, that was my first day, and everything went pretty well. So I'm happy. Make sure I got to work on the bits that I mentioned, and everything will be happy and easy. No, it won't be easy. It's incredibly hard, but it will be easy. It'll come in time, you know. I mean, if you guys are doing your, you know, looking at doing your HGV and stuff, you know, just go for it. I mean, you know, I was dead nervous, you know, when I was getting in the truck and that, and he was showing me the controls and all that sort of stuff, and I sat there and I was like, oh god, this is massive. The truck, that is. And yeah, it was just you know, he got me to pull forward. Oh, one thing I haven't mentioned as well is in the particular Scania that I've got, that I drove, it has a drive function and a H function. I don't know what the H stands for, but essentially drive is just your standard automatic, you know, gear selection, and the gearbox will just manage itself and try and be as eco-friendly as possible. H, however, actually holds the gears for a bit longer. Oh yeah, it stands for hold, H, of course it does. So yeah, so if you're pulling away, it will hold that gear for a little bit longer, and that's really handy when it comes to things like roundabouts and stuff. And I did feel like it drove better on H. I don't know whether that was just me or whatever, but it drove, you know, much nicer and much easier when I was driving it in the H mode on the gearbox. So, you know, when it's coming off a roundabout and stuff, you want it to pull away a bit quicker, and that's what I was finding. So I might stick it in H and sort of keep it in there, you know. We'll see. You know, he said I can switch to whatever I wanted whenever I want, and you can do it while you're driving, so it's not a real problem. But yeah, that was my first day. We just sort of went round Kings Lynn, really. He took me on the easy route and the intermediate routes. A couple of corners were pretty tight. We sort of, you know, we managed to get around it. You know, so yeah, we did all kinds of driving, to be honest. We went through narrow lanes, went through the town, did a little bit of dual carriageway, bits and bobs like that. So yeah, it went pretty well overall. So anyway, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, put them in the comments. I will do my utmost best to reply to you. Like I say, I am trading this week, but I'm home for about 5:30, and I don't leave till about 11, 10:30, 11, something like that. So, you know, if I'm able to respond to the comments, I will, and I'll get round to it, but, you know, I'll be training. So yeah, leave any comments in the comments or questions in the comments below, and if you would like to, I would duly appreciate it if you liked and subscribed to the channel as well. It definitely helps other people see these videos as well, which you know, they might find useful. So yeah, if you've got time or you can, make sure you subscribe, and give the video a thumbs up as well. Much appreciated. I will see you guys in the next video for more training, and hopefully my test on Friday. So wish me luck. I'll speak to you guys later. See you later.